What's popping? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr.Locario. Bad boy of the dating game. Hold on. I gotta get my settings right and shit. Because I'm not hearing the other thing I need to hear. Hold on. Let me make sure I hear my shit. Here we go. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to April MC in the building. What's going on, girl? What's going on? Shout out to Unique 79 in the building. True Savage in the building. What's going on? Brown Skin Boy in the building. Iceberg S is in the building. Man, the game is going to be super heavy today. AT in the building. What's going on? Chris 1997. What's poppin'? Man, I'm excited today because, you know, I titled this Unattractive Nigga Game. Okay, because there's a lot of dudes out there, right, who play the game this way. And I don't want you to play the game this way, because when you play the game this way, what happens is that your self-esteem gets lower and lower, right? You start acting like a bitch ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And you just start doing weird shit. You feel me? Because you have no sense of self-worth. You don't see yourself as valuable. And so you play the game this way. And I'm going to tell you how this relates to you dealing with women and all that other good shit. You feel what I'm saying? But before we get into all of that, though, we got to, you know, we got to do what we got to do. I got to make this happen.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds, so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry, because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cool Joe, you'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we back. We are back. Man, so shout out to everybody who's tuning in. This is early for me. You feel what I'm saying? This is early, so you know. But the game is gonna be on point as usual, because you know what's funny is that you know I give you guys the truth. I give you guys the real, the raw shit, right? And sometimes what happens is that when you're saying real shit, right? It it hits people right there in their soul and they get upset. They start getting in their feelings. You understand? They start feeling threatened because, you know, you're exposing their insecurities, right? And so a lot of times what happens is that people don't like to hear the real shit. I understand this. It's not a easy pill to swallow. You feel me? But what happens is that I got to give you the real shit. I got to give you the real raw stuff so that you can better yourselves, because this shit don't make sense for me to be doing this stuff if I'm a bullshit you. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm gonna just bullshit you and, you know, tell you the shit you want to hear and all that other stuff, right? That's not really going to help you. That's just going to make you feel better about your misery. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to make you feel better about the bullshit that you're in, right? Because a lot of people out here, they're not really happy with their situation, right? And this one, I'm keeping this one up. This one is not going on Patreon, because this one is very, very important for a lot of guys to hear, because a lot of guys subscribe to unattractive nigga game. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm going to explain what that is, right? Shout out to my dude KZaggin20 in the chats. What's going on, fam? Exactly. He said being a truth bearer comes with hates. That's facts. That's facts. That's real talk. So what is unattractive nigga game, right? See, unattractive nigga game is when a guy is trying to use everything outside of himself to attract women. You understand what I'm saying? Or it could just even also extend it even beyond women. He's trying to use everything outside of himself to try to be attractive just in general. You understand? He could try to attract friends, attract money, attract jobs, whatever it is. And he's using all of these things outside of himself to attract. So for example, this is why you hear guys always say, yo, get your money up, right? Be on your purpose, and then you'll get the girls. See, that's unattractive nigga game. When you're saying all these things outside of yourself, outside of who you naturally really are, in order to attract the women. So when guys say, I got to get my money up in order to get girls, or I got to get my money up first and then the girls are going to come, that's unattractive nigga game. Now, what does it mean to attract? What does it mean to attract? So when you talk about being, you know, attractive and to attract means that you're drawing in, you're bringing someone into you. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that they want to get close to you. They want to actually be around you, and they have that desire, and that desire makes them want to fuck with you and deal with you, right? Now, when I'm talking about unattractive, what most people think of at first is just looks, right? So they're like, Mr. Locario, what are you talking about? I thought, you know, it's not just about looks and yada, 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 and all that other stuff. And shout out to my dude, Miles Cunningham, because he just hit me up. And I got the artwork for my new book that's going to be coming out called Looks Don't Matter. That shit is going to be fire. So when the Looks Don't Matter book comes out, that's going to be some other next level shit. You understand what I'm saying? There's going to be some other next level shit. But when I say unattractive, it's not about just looks, right? When I say unattractive, what I'm saying is that the guy doesn't understand himself, and he doesn't see himself as attractive. He has low self-esteem. He doesn't, he's not confident, right? And so this is the thing that makes him unattractive, meaning he can't really draw anyone in. He doesn't really, exude the type of energy that makes women want to fuck with him. You understand? And so what happens is that these unattractive guys, what they do is they use all these other things, like they'll use their money, they'll try to use their status, right? They'll try to use their cars. You understand what I'm saying? They'll try to use a whole bunch of shit that's not about them to be able to attract and get the girls. You see what I'm saying? But what you have to understand is that every time you're doing that, what you're doing is that you're creating a situation to where you're going to continuously be feeling down on yourself and having that low self-esteem. Because every time when you do certain things like that, right, where you're like, okay, for example, you're like, you know what, I got to get my money up. right? And you start to say, well, this is the reason, this money is the reason why the woman wants me, or the reason why the woman is interested, right? And so what you're saying at the same time is you're saying that you are not valuable because the only value is your money, right? Because, you know, you hear me all the time talking about tricking. Now, again, any dude can do whatever they want to do in their life. So if you're a trick, you understand, and you want to make shit happen tricking, be my guest. I'm not saying, you know, don't trick or whatever. I'm saying understand that you're a trick, be proud of being a trick, and just trick your heart out, right? But understand that if you're a trick, you are unattractive to women. You understand? I'm saying it again. If you are a trick, you are unattractive to women. You know what I'm saying? Period. Now, see, there's a difference between like tricking and actually being a trick. You understand what I'm saying? So tricking means, like, let's say, for example, you might be a guy who, I don't know, let's say you went on vacation somewhere, or you're married or something like that, and you probably spent money on some pussy like one time or maybe twice in your whole life, right? That's tricking. But you're a trick if that's what you do on a consistent basis. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're still tricking, but you are a trick. That's what you do. Now, you do that because you feel you have to, right? And so because you're unattractive, that's your way to get women. But if you was attractive, you wouldn't need to do that to get the woman. So that's unattractive nigga game, is tricking. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the way you feel that you can make it happen. Because this is the thing. What a lot of these dudes, when we talk about unattractive nigga game, is that these are guys who a lot of times really had trouble getting women, or they had trouble getting the women that they want. Because a lot of guys who trick, what they do is that they'll be like, man, but I could get a bad chick if I'm tricking. The reason why they say they could get a bad chick if they're tricking is because they were not able to get a bad chick without tricking. You understand? Like, a lot of these dudes, the first time they ever been with a chick that they thought was bad, that they thought was a dime, was when they were tricking. You understand what I'm saying? That's the time. Like, they've never been with a bad chick, a chick who looks a certain way. And, you know, that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying bad in this context, where she's, you know, 8, 9, or 10 or whatever it is like that guys want to say. The first time they've ever been in that situation is when they was tricking, right? So what happens is that the unattractive nigga game is, let me get my money up so that I can actually get the women that I really want. But see, they couldn't get the women they really wanted before that because they're unattractive, because their game is weak. You see what I'm saying? And so you have a lot of guys out there who they're trying to, they're trying to get you guys to see tricking as like, oh, it's just easier, it's more convenient. No. Understand that that's unattractive nigga game. And so what happens is that you have a lot of guys out there who they had a hard time getting girls, and then they start to get money. They start to, let's say, run businesses or some shit like that. They start to buy nice houses, nice cars. They got all these different things. And so then what happens is that they start to attract, right, certain types of women. So what happens is this. When you're the type of guy who plays the unattractive nigga game, you can attract women, but the types of women that you're usually attracting are whores. You understand? Meaning these are women who don't like you, but they're getting with you because of what you have on you, like the shit outside of you, but not really what you're about inside. Meaning they don't really like you. They have no real passion, desire, energy. They don't really give a fuck about you. They're there because you have things. And so that's the way that these guys can get girls. They have things that can get them girls, but they never was able to get girls or the type of girls they wanted before they had the things. You understand? So the thing is that if you're the type of guy who wasn't able to get the type of girls you wanted before you had the things, that's because you were that unattractive guy. Now that you got the things, you're still that unattractive guy, but you're playing unattractive nigga game, which is that you're using those things in order to get the women. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So you have guys out there who were able to get girls before they had the things, and then they got some shit now, and they still are able to get girls because even before that, you understand what I'm saying? They were able to get girls. You see what I'm saying? So you have a lot of guys out there who they're trying to like use all the money and the status and all this other stuff to try to make shit happen because they can't do it without it. And what I'm saying is that you don't want to play that game, because what happens is when you don't have it, or if you do lose it, right? How are you going to get things going with women? And then on top of that, even worse than that, is that you're affecting your sense of self-worth and your self-esteem through doing these actions. You understand what I'm saying? This is why, let me tell you guys something. This is why guys get mad when I'm talking about this shit, because it hurts their feelings. You understand? I'm not saying this to hurt motherfuckers' feelings. I'm saying this shit to wake niggas up, because what dudes do is they try to rationalize their fuckery and say, oh, like I put up a video on my Instagram the other day, right? And guys, call the numbers 516-387-1224 if you guys want to call in. I put up a video on my Instagram the other day, right? And I did this three-part video where I was talking about how to tell if you're a beta male. And on part 3, I said, you're a beta male if you paying for sex, right? And then this guy was like, oh, but what if you're the type of guy that can get girls and, chicks are attracted to you, but you just like to pay for sex for the experience? Really? You want to pay for sex for the experience? Come on, fam, stop. Stop. Like like what? You want to pay for sex for the experience of paying for sex? You understand? Like, come on, fam, like, stop. Like, see, dudes are trying to find ways to I'm like, just understand what you're doing. Just understand what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. Because what happens is this. You could try to lie to me. You understand? And you can try to lie to other people. But who you can't lie to is yourself. Right? You can try, like a lot of dudes lie to themselves. But what happens is that deep down, they know they're bullshitting themselves. So when YouTube turns off, when all of the other shit goes away and you're actually living real life, right? And you realize that, damn, I'm actually not getting what I want. Women don't like me. Like, I have to pay a chick to fuck me because women don't want to fuck me without paying. You understand? I don't have the skill or know-how to interact with women. I'm not that attractive guy, right? I can fool myself on YouTube and pretend I am, but I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, dudes don't like to hear that. They don't like to hear that shit. And see, what you have to understand is that you have a lot of guys out there who, because they have low self-esteem, they try to work really hard to get as much money as possible, right? To do big things. Now, they're not doing those things because they have a passion for it necessarily, right? That could be part of it. But one of the big things, or one of the biggest reasons why they do those things and try to make a bunch of shit happen, is because they're looking for validation, because they don't have confidence within themselves. So they're looking for confidence through a lot of other bullshit. You understand? They're looking for confidence through all these other things because they don't have it within themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And so because they're looking for, or they're trying to do all these other things, right? They don't realize that simultaneously what they're doing is that they're lowering their self-esteem because they're trying to gain self-esteem or gain confidence through all of these things that they're doing. And so what happens is that all of these guys end up really being unhappy. See, don't let it fool you. A lot of these guys out here who like to cope, you understand, with the situation when it comes to dealing with women. Like you have guys that try to cope and say, man, fuck all these women. This ain't, whatever. I got better things to do. I'm on my purpose. I ain't got time to be chasing hoes and all that other stuff, right? That's the shit that they say. But secretly behind closed doors, they hating on niggas that could get chicks. They mad because a certain dude is able to get a certain girl. They're upset that they can't get the type of chicks they want without paying. They mad that they with a girlfriend or a wife or fucking with a chick who disrespects them. You understand? They're pissed off at all this shit at the end of the day. But then the way to cope is to pretend that they don't give a fuck when they really do. And they're just unhappy. You understand? And so you have guys out there chasing the bag, not to build themselves up, right? That's what they'll say on the surface. But really, a huge part of chasing the bag is to be able to get the women that they've always wanted so that they can feel validated. That's unattractive nigga game. You understand? That's what it is. But see, dudes would rather rationalize bullshit than actually looking in the mirror and working on themselves. You understand? See, nobody likes the shit that I'm saying right now. I already know. Dudes on dudes, I'm telling you, guys do not like this shit. That's why they gravitate to shit like choosing signals and being on your purpose and getting your money up and, wait for the women to come chase you and all this other crazy stuff. Right? Because they don't want to have to look in the mirror and face the fact that, you understand, like they're unattractive. You understand? And see, what happens is this. You have a lot of people, for example, like I said, who, because they got into a certain business, like you could even on YouTube, there's a lot of people who weren't really making anything happen in their life. They got on YouTube, right? And then they got gassed up because they're on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? And they just start wilding out and going crazy because they're on YouTube and they got some attention now. Because before they weren't getting girls. Before they weren't getting people interested in talking to them, interacting with them or whatever it was. Right? And then now they feel like shit is popping off. But again, it's always on shaky ground because it's not coming from inside. You understand? It's not coming from inside. See, anytime your confidence or your sense of self-worth and all that other shit comes from the outside of the things you have, the money you got, the cars you got, the status, all this other stuff, whenever it comes from that, it's always on shaky ground. And then when you're dealing with women, women can tell that and women can see that. Right? And then what happens is it becomes harder for you to make shit happen. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's no actual foundation within you to where that confidence is. It's all shaky. So if I take away the money, can you get the girl you want? Think about that. And guys, stop putting people's names in the chat because I'm not talking about who you think I'm talking about. So stop that because I'm going to block you if you do that. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that. So, because the reason why I'm saying this is because this is beyond just any one person. You understand what I'm saying? This is beyond any just one person. Because dudes get on me because they don't like the fact that I point out shit. Because notice, listen, I don't like to get into all of the gossip shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if dudes want to get into gossip shit, that's cool. They can do what they do. But I don't really like to get into the gossip shit. I like to focus on the game, right? See, when we do the Bad Boy Show, me and Miles, the most we do is we talk about the news. You understand? Because we're adding something to the show, so we talk about the news, right? But a lot of people, you know, on YouTube love to just gossip. You understand what I'm saying? Because they want to gossip to get the views and all that other stuff, right? If you notice, when you watch our videos, it's focused on the game. Even when we're critiquing something somebody said or did, it's focused on the game. You understand? So that's where I focus it on, because that's the important part, because that's the part that changes your life. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that changes your life. So I just want you guys to understand that when I'm doing this, I'm not doing this to hurt motherfuckers' feelings. I know niggas is sensitive and shit and all that other stuff. I understand. But sometimes you need a kick in your ass so that you can wake up. So that you can wake up. Understand. See, a lot of these guys don't realize that the actions they take, the moves that they make, right, is going to be directly correlated to how they view themselves. So whenever you make a move to do something, you're telling yourself something about yourself. So if you're paying for pussy, you're telling yourself, I am not good enough to get this pussy without paying. See, you're saying, I am not good enough. Every time you do it, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. You start to have more and more, situations like that, and your self-esteem, your self-confidence gets lower and lower every time you do it. Every time. You understand? And then you're the type of person, you're the type of guy who's unhappy with yourself because you don't love yourself. You understand? You don't see value in yourself. And then because you don't love yourself and you don't see value in yourself, then you start to act like a bitch ass nigga. Then you start to get all sensitive and acting all feminine and, doing a bunch of crazy shit. You understand? So again, I'm not here to tell motherfuckers what to do, because y'all grown ass men. But what I'm telling you is to understand and be aware of how what you're doing affects your mindset and your mind state. You understand? Because listen, a lot of these guys, like for example, there's a lot of times where you hear a lot of if you pay attention, there's pickup artists, right, who would say, I've heard this plenty of times. So former pickup artists or guys who used to be in that life or whatever. And once they stopped doing that, or they just moved on to something else or whatever, and it's not all pickup artists, but it's, certain pickup artist guys, they start to say, oh, I messed with all these girls and I feel like it was such a waste of time and I feel so empty inside and I'm just unhappy and I'm depressed and blah, 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 right? Now, that type of shit happened because what happened is some of those guys were adhering to the unattractive nigga game by being very manipulative to get with these women. See, when you're lying and you're being manipulative and you're doing a whole bunch of weird ass shit to get women, That's also unattractive nigga game, because you're lying and being manipulative because you don't think who you really are and you don't think being honest and authentic is good enough to get the girl. Remember, you're saying, I'm not good enough to be honest. You understand? You're saying, I am not good enough to be myself, to be honest, to let the chick know exactly what the fuck I want. That's what you're basically saying. So then you have to lie, manipulate, play a bunch of goofy ass games and shit with her to try to make something happen. And then when you realize that you had to do all of that to make this shit happen, and then you got with the girl or you hooked up with her, whatever it is, you feel all fucked up later because you realize that you put who you were to the side and created some fake persona, pretended to be someone you're not, in order to get what you got. You understand? And then that eats away at you. This is what I'm trying to tell these guys. Like, so a lot of dudes, they think it's all cool at first, but then it takes a toll on you after because you are not being yourself. You're not being authentic. So you're doing all this stuff to get all this stuff, but then you're miserable later because you're not being your natural self. And then you are unhappy. You understand? See, a lot of dudes out there, they're super extremely unhappy because they're living the lie. You understand? They're living the lie. So in your face, they may smile, they may act like and pretend everything is all good, but they're not being real. You understand? They're not being real because they're scared to be real. You understand? See, I keep this shit funky with y'all motherfuckers. Listen, look, this is why I told motherfuckers, look, this is what I do. I'm out here getting it in. I'm non-monogamous. I got a wife. I got a girlfriend. I tell y'all niggas, yo, my wife be, fucking with her boyfriend and all this other shit. I be fucking with other girls and shit. You understand? This is the shit that I got done, that I got, that I do to get down. This is me. You understand what I'm saying? That's me. You know how many people fucking talk shit and make fun and talk a whole bunch of nonsense and all that other crazy stuff, right? They say a whole bunch of bullshit. See, a lot of times when people talk shit, right, it's because they're hurting inside. You understand? See, a lot of times I be feeling sorry for certain dudes, right? And see, I don't get on here talking about people because remember, I keep it to the game. You understand? Because the people aren't important. The game is what's important. The game is the thing that's going to help you. Me talking shit about somebody's not going to help you. You understand? I got a whole list of people I could talk shit about. And I would be justified in talking shit about them too. But I'm not going to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm sticking to the game. I'm staying focused on what's important. And the problem is a lot of guys don't stay focused on what's important because they're trying to deter their attention to other things that they think are important, but they're not important. And then when I try to point out that it's not important, motherfuckers like, oh, Locario, you hating. Locario, shut up. Why you talking all that shit for? And blah, blah, blah. Because niggas think, oh, gotta get your money up. That's important for you to get chicks. That's not what it is. Right? Oh, you gotta sit around and wait for choosing signals. Because no, that's not what it is. You understand? Oh, you got to go out here and trick because you can't get hot girls without putting up some money. You got to get 8s, 9s, and 10s. You got to have a certain caliber of this and bullshit. Bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Bullshit. So this is the thing, man. I just really want you guys to understand that this is your fucking life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so when guys are out here doing shit, right? They don't realize that they're doing shit out of fear a lot of times. Fear and their ego. You understand? See, what it is that a lot of guys don't want to ever get to the point where they actually admit or come to terms with the fact that they're unattractive. You understand? Listen, there's times where I was unattractive. There's times where I was doing goofy ass shit to try to make shit happen or try to get women and all this other shit, right? There was times when I was like that back in the day. But see, I had to become real with myself and say, come on, Locario, this is some bullshit, man. You know you bullshitting yourself. You understand? You know you in these situations that you don't really want to be in. You know you being on some bullshit. You know you being manipulative. You know you fucking lying and doing all this other fuck shit. Right? And that's unattractive behavior. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to make you miserable. You are not going to be happy. You understand? Because what happens is that a lot of guys will tie their happiness or their sense of well-being to getting validation or getting things and getting certain types of women through the things they get. So now they're working hard to get these things to get to the women. And so there's always this anxiety there to keep it there, to keep it going. You understand? Like, you know how many dudes who are on YouTube who have anxiety because of their views and their subscribers? You understand? Like, these dudes will literally die if they stop getting more subscribers or more views and all this other stuff. You understand? They'll go insane. Because a lot of times this is where some of these people get their confidence from. They're so attached to this shit. You understand? They're attached to it. And so what happens is that if their views go down or they're not getting subscribers or certain things like that aren't happening, right? They'll lose their fucking mind. Right? Because, yeah, some people, what happens is that they're making money off of here, but it's even beyond the money. Exactly, Kazak, you said their identity is tied to their YouTube persona. Facts. That's facts. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I first got on YouTube in 2008, before all of this shit was going on and all the fucking drama and all the craziness and people, you know, doing a bunch of bullshit and a bunch of weird stuff, right? In 2008, the only thing that was crazy back then, and which was interesting because YouTube was a little bit more sensitive back then, because I got my channel taken down like dozens of times. So this channel you're watching right now is probably like my 11th or 12th channel. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've been on here since 2008. You understand? Getting channels taken down. And I remember I used to be tight. I was tight. You understand? Like, I was angry. Just super angry. And I'm gonna get to the calls in a second. But I was tight. Now, part of the reason why I was so tight was because I was so attached to the shit. But see, understand, unless you own YouTube, right? Any one of us, our channels can get taken down. So if you're attaching your ego and your sense of self-worth to your YouTube, nigga, come on, this shit could be over tomorrow. They could just pull the plug on your shit. And then you got to start over. That's what I had to do over and over and over again. You understand? Now, take that to other parts of your life. Oh, you making money at your job, or you making money in your business, right? Like if you're working at a job, you don't own that job, you're an employee. They could fire you like that. You got to go scramble and find another job. If you have your own business, guess what? If you have a business, guess who your boss is? The customers. They can start fucking with you like that. Or some shit can happen in the economy where your shit is popping off now and it stopped popping off. Just like when the pandemic happened, a lot of businesses were shutting down and all this other shit, right? Just like that. You understand? The money that you get to pay for these whores that you fucking, the money you got could stop just like that. You understand? So a lot of dudes will have their head so far up their ass because they're like, oh, I got all this shit and I'm balling and all this other stuff. And then it's like, bro, you got to understand, it could stop just like that. And then what now? And see, then this is why you got motherfuckers who go insane and just go crazy because they got so caught up in the shit. They got caught up in all of the things outside themselves. You understand? They got caught up in all this bullshit. Right? And so their sense of self-worth, esteem, their confidence was all tied into all of this shit outside of themselves. So if something happens to where they're not able to hold on to that, or that goes away, or some shit pops off, they don't know what to do with themselves because their whole identity and sense of self was tied to all of the bullshit. You understand? And so when it comes to a guy talking about dealing with women, see, guys be like, oh, well, what's with all this game stuff and all that? See, the game is about you. It's about you building yourself up because nobody could take that from you. They can't take you away from you. You understand what I'm saying? See, when these guys are out there sweating, girl, oh, she bad though, she hot, oh my gosh, she the shit and all this other stuff, and they spending money on her, tricking on the chick and all this other stuff, putting her on the pedestal, right? They're making it about the chick and not making it about themselves. So when the chick leaves, or the chick don't want to fuck with them no more, or they don't have enough money to trick, right? These motherfuckers don't know what to do with themselves. They're depressed. They got to take medication. They're all there. You understand? They thinking about suicide and all this other stuff. You understand? So this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that, like, a lot of dudes are consistently engaging in unattractive nigga game. You understand? And this is causing all of this bullshit to go down and to happen. So I want you guys to really understand how important it is to have confidence within yourself, to love yourself. You understand? Do not get all attached to all of these things. Now, again, it's not to say like if you had a business and it went down, or you had a girl that you loved and she left you, or that shit, if shit happened with your YouTube channel, you're not going to get upset or whatever, or you're not going to feel some type of way. You'll probably feel some type of way. You probably feel a sting. You're going to be upset, right? Now, if you had a certain level of awareness and you really on some shit, you probably won't give a fuck. It's going to be like whatever. Like if you get to that level, then that's amazing. But what I want you guys to just be is aware. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware of what you're doing. Be aware of the actions you take and how that reflects on you and how you see yourself. You don't have to tell yourself that your subconscious is working. You understand? Your subconscious is working. Every time you say, man, I got to get my money up so I can get these bitches, all you're saying to your subconscious is, I have low self-esteem. I am not a person of value. And that is why I have to get something that is considered valuable to vouch for me. You need your money to vouch for you. You see what I'm saying? You need your money to vouch for you. But let me take some calls. Hold on, is this Moses? I mean know Moses' damn number by heart and shit. This guy Moses, what's going on, bro?
Oh man, ain't nothing, man. Man, Locario, why you hating when I call, man?
So what's going on, my brother? Did you donate though? Did you donate?
Absolutely.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, man. Like I'm glad that you're talking to us about this, because I'm about to add something into this as well. That's powerful. You notice, I'm pretty sure you might know, just in case people you don't know. You notice that when a dude is attractive to women, right?
Right.
When a dude, yeah. Hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good.
Yeah. All right. When a dude is really attractive to women, you notice that he gets a lot. You notice that he gets a lot of haters.
Right.
Now, peep this. Right now, I know a dude. Right. He kind of looks weird. But even though he dressed nice, he has a nice body, because women be complimenting him like, he got a nice body, blah blah blah, etc.
Right.
Right. Now, I was at a party and he was there. Now, a lot of women, they was liking the fact that he was there. They was kind of giving him attention, right? Now, a lot of guys was like, a lot of guys, they was looking at like, what, this nigga? Y'all ladies really love this nigga for real? Y'all ladies really. Why? What's so special about this nigga? You don't notice he's a weird nigga? You don't notice that? And the girls is like, yeah, be nice. But to fast forward, right? I actually went to the bar with him, and I took him to, me and him, we went to the bar, right? Where there's a lot of women. But I went there, you understand, to actually approach women myself.
Right.
But him, he went there, to do whatever he wants. I'm not worrying about what he's doing. You understand? Because, like Steve the Dean said, you got to be selfish and worry about what you want.
Right.
Now, you notice that every time I'm watching him, right? Now I approach 5 women. I take like maybe 2 seconds, like 5-10 seconds break. You understand, to stretch a little bit, then approach.
Right.
Whether I'm with somebody or not. Now I'm seeing him. I look at this dude. I'm like, yo, wait a second. This dude these niggas is talking about him. He's weird. But I noticed that this nigga was able to get a woman to smile at him. And that chick was a dime.
Right.
I'm looking at this dude like, this dude looked like he got game. And that's what I wanted to tell you about. And I'm like, yo, wait, this nigga got game, and he actually fucked her that night. You understand? So that goes to show, like, that what came to my head. Guess what? If he can do it, I can do it.
Right.
Anybody could do it.
Right.
Anybody could get women. You understand? The reason why those niggas was talking about him, because they obviously jealous. Because they not attractive like him, because they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
You understand? This is what you're talking about. A lot of these niggas don't have patience, and also a lot of these niggas don't have patience to get on a Bad Boys membership, like I did.
Right.
To get on them, or to get on a man's mindset. Learn the game, so you could be attractive like this weird nigga. That nigga might look weird, but once he opens his mouth and he talks to a woman, and he's actually flirting with the woman.
Right.
Everything he did, you said it. You spoke about it.
Right.
You Miles Cunningham spoke about it. So I'm like, yo, anybody could get women, man. Understand, that's for everybody who's listening.
Right.
Like, understand. I'm pretty sure you said that one time. When you are attractive to women, and a woman told me that, I look like I'm an attractive guy. So that's how I know I'm getting up there. So when you are attractive attractive dude, understand that you're gonna get a lot of haters. That's a part of the game.
Oh yeah, that's
but
facts.
Don't pay them no mind.
That's facts, man.
But
that's
they're
facts.
They're hating. One last thing, they're hating is just gonna make your game even more stronger, and that's what's gonna make those women not fuck with them. Because guess what? Those guys, those women, they got upset because those women were using them for their time. Wasn't fucking them. Wasn't having sex with them.
Right.
You understand? And all that stuff. But they was giving that guy, that weird dude, sex.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So that's why I wanted to elaborate. Like, I'm glad that I'm glad I got on a membership. You understand? I'm glad that I was you and Miles Cunningham, Steve the Dean, Rosebud, and also one last thing. Guess who talked about that in the documentary? Bossback.
Right.
He He said that you can see a weird nigga with women, but understand because that weird nigga got confidence.
Exactly.
Swag is not
That's
about
facts.
what you have.
That's facts.
It's not about the money. It's not about what you have. It's about who you are.
That's facts, my brother.
Thanks for taking my call, Locario.
Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna do Moses right there. So 712. I'm gonna get to you in a second. Jay Les said, so if you broke, you should be trying to get women. Yes. Why would you need to have money to get women? This is what I'm talking about. What is it with you guys where y'all think I need to have money to get women? Like, I don't want to, like, can somebody explain that to me in the chat? What makes you guys think, again, this is, I'm saying this rhetorical because, you know what I'm saying? Like, what makes y'all think y'all need money to get women? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying when I'm talking about unattractive nigga game. When you think you need money to get women, why would you think you need money to get women? I don't know. Maybe because you think you're not attractive enough to get them without money. You understand? You think you need something else for women to want to fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? You said, Locario, some women don't want you if you're not at a certain level. Explain that to me, Deshaun. But let me take some of these calls real quick. 712, what's popping?
Hey, man, how big is your dick?
This nigga, he just want me to push the button.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Let's go to 706. 706, what's popping? Who this?
Yo, what's going on, man? It's John.
John.
But, yo, I just had to build on John. But I just had to build on the situation, the Kevin Samuel situation.
Wait, hold on. Did you donate?
Oh yeah, man, I donated. I got you, bro. I
donated. Cool. So what's up? What's going on?
I had to build on the Kevin Samuel situation a couple of days ago because I peeped the video how he was trying to push paying for escorts and shit like that. Like I was actually blown by that statement, man. Like he was actually trying to like promote niggas paying for pussy and shit, man. Mm-hmm. And I checked out your video a couple of days ago building on that too, bro. But I was like, wow, because I was actually kind of rocking with Kevin Samuels when I first heard of him. But like now I can just tell like he was just a corny ass nigga without no money, man.
Hold on. So slow down, because I don't want here dissing motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about that, right? Because we don't do that on here. We're talking about the ideas of it. Because I have no problem with Kevin Samuels. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. I disagree with the whole thing of like, and this is the thing. I don't disagree with dudes doing it. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't necessarily condone it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like if a person said, hey, you know, in your opinion, do you think it's a good idea to pay for escorts and all? I'd say no. You understand what I'm saying? So now the thing is that the reason why is because when you do that, like I said, what happens is that you are telling yourself on a subconscious level that you are not good enough. And it affects your self-esteem and your confidence. Because the thing is that you're saying you need this other thing that's outside of you in order to make shit happen. You feel what I'm saying? But go ahead.
And what's crazy is that, you know, he's in Atlanta and I'm in Atlanta. And it's like, yo, this ain't the city to be paying for pussy, man. Like the HIV rate is huge out here. Like, are you telling me I'm supposed to, just because I'm a 6-figure dude, I'm supposed to be paying these girls for pussy, and these girls is just fucking niggas, whoever's paying them, mm-hmm. and I'm supposed to just goddamn stick my dick in a bitch who goddamn fucking any nigga who paying them for pussy, like herpes, HIV, and all types of shit. It's crazy out here.
Right. Well, to be fair, you can catch shit from any chick, but the thing is, and see, that's not even like my thing is this, man. You know. Again, anybody can do what they want. What I'm saying, though, is that people have to also think about why they do the things they do. Because when you think about why you do the things you do, it'll give you insight into how you view yourself. You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like, so what happens is that people will do shit or say they'll do shit or co-sign certain things, right? But what happens is that they don't actually look at themselves and say, okay, well, what is it about me that gravitates to this? You understand what I'm saying? What is it about me that makes me, take this route or this action? You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, this is why I said where I don't get on here and talk shit about people, because there's something within me that is happy, that is confident, that doesn't have to bring people down and talk shit about them. You understand what I'm saying? In order to make myself feel good. And that's what certain people do, is that they'll talk shit about people to make themselves feel good. You understand what I'm saying? And see, what happens is that when you're a person who has compassion, right? And who has a certain level of empathy or a certain level of awareness when it comes to, talking about different things and interacting with people, what happens is that you don't make certain moves because you say, you know what? Well, would I want someone doing this to me? You understand what I'm saying? Would I want somebody saying this about me? And that's why I don't really necessarily get into the whole thing of going back and forth about the people, and I keep it on the actual topic and the content, because that is the thing that makes people think and grow, and we can have a dialogue about it. You see what I'm saying? So there's no thing where I, for some reason, I've had people say, oh, you hating on this person. I don't hate anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I have no hate for anybody. So the thing is that I can talk about certain topics that I don't agree with, or that I think that this type of thought process or this type of thinking and going in this direction is better suited than other things. But a lot of people out here are really so caught up in beefs and a bunch of other crazy shit. And I just stay away from all of that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man. I'm just a strong advocate of just not paying for pussy, man. That I saw that video of Kevin saying it just made me angry. Like, man, he got too many subscribers, too much of a platform to be trying to push this narrative. Like,
no, and that's man, the thing. He's free to do exactly what he wants. That's how he views it. That's how he views it, and that's his view and prerogative of wanting to view it that way. You see what I'm saying? And so, and vice versa, because this thing, I don't want a person saying, Mr. Locario, you can't view things how you want to know. I'm free to view shit how I view it, and everybody's free to view it how they view it. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that when I'm teaching people, right, certain things, my whole thing is that I want people to be in a situation where they have the highest level of self-esteem. You understand? Because when you have the highest level of self-esteem, you're most likely more of a happy person. You understand what I'm saying? You're a person who's a little bit more well-adjusted. You're a person who has, like you enjoy yourself. Like, I enjoy my life. Like I'm so good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I smile all the time. Like, I'm so good. Now, there's times where I'll get angry at certain things, and certain things might annoy me here and there. But for the most part, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? So whenever I see or hear somebody talking shit about someone else, or even talking shit about me, like, I don't really get mad at them. I actually feel bad for them, because I know it's coming from a place of hurt. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I understand where it's coming from. You see what I mean? And this is why I try to dialogue about the content, because sometimes people get mad at me for talking about certain content. But the only reason why they get mad at me for talking about certain content is because they must have low self-esteem. Because if you have low self-esteem about me talking about a certain content, you're mad at me for pointing out things that you've attached yourself to. You understand? So, for example, if somebody's talking about, tricking, and then they get mad at me for talking about tricking and saying that I don't think tricking is a good idea, then what happens is, if you attach yourself to the tricking, right, and you attach your sense of identity to it, you're going to think I'm talking about you. You see what I'm saying? So if a person says, man, Locario, I don't like that shit you said about this or that, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I ain't got no problem with that, because I'm not attached to my ideas. You understand? My ideas can change. Matter of fact, this is probably less likely to actually happen. But imagine in the next 5 years, I could be like, yo, y'all niggas should be tricking. Fuck all that game shit. Imagine I start saying that. That could be my idea in the next 5 years. I don't know. But I'm not attached to ideas. You understand what I'm saying? I talk about them, I put them out there, and I put out the best ideas that I think are going to help people. but I'm not attached to ideas. So whenever I'm talking about an idea, anyone can talk about the idea and communicate about the idea because I'm not attached to the ideas. Unfortunately, a lot of people are attached to their ideas. So whenever you talk about the idea, they think you're talking about them. This is why a lot of times if I critique somebody, a person who has a low self-esteem is going to think I'm talking shit about them. You see what I'm saying? That's the crazy shit about it.
Yeah, man, that makes sense, man. Definitely, I agree with that.
Yeah, man. But appreciate the call, my brother. I'ma holler at you, man. All right. So let's go to 248. 248. What's popping? Hold on. 248. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, my brother. Did you donate?
I did not donate. I a program, so.
Bruh, why you doing this to me, man? Why you doing this to me, man? All right, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead. I'm not
gonna. I gotta wait till payday.
All right, this nigga. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Look, this is Deshaun. I'm the one that posted that comment. This is what I want to say, Locario, because I want your clarification. I'm not saying that game isn't important. I'm working on my game right now as we speak. My game isn't the strongest. It's something I'm working on.
Right.
In addition to bettering myself.
Right.
But the thing I want to say is that, like, while I understand the importance of games, Locario, I've been in situations where even with the little game I do have now, I was able to attract women, get them on a date. But when I got sized up and, I asked, what am I doing? What was I driving? What am I doing? Like, finances came into play. The whole date went left. So all I'm saying is that, like, I just, and I know you're not saying you stress the importance of bettering yourself, but that's all I'm saying. I just think it needs to be a balance of learning the game and getting your finances together, because the truth is there are some women that, regardless of the game or the mouthpiece, or maybe for you or some of the guys in the comments, that'll work. But where I'm at, some women, regardless of your game, your mouthpiece, if you're not at a certain level, they're not trying to fuck with you.
No, but why do you think those women size you up for what was they asking? What were they asking you?
I took her on a date. She was fine, and the date went well and everything. But
would you take her? Would you take her?
Okay, what do you do?
Would you take her?
We got sushi.
This is the first date?
This is like the second date.
Second date. What'd you do on the first date?
We was just walking around. We was walking around downtown.
Okay, how long were you walking around with her? How long was the first date?
Oh, it was like 40 minutes, an hour.
Okay, did y'all kiss on that first date?
No, we didn't.
Okay, did you try to kiss her?
No.
Okay, why not?
I mean, I didn't really know her like that. I was trying to feel her out, see if this was something I wanted to continue to do.
Okay, so on the second date, you took on the second date to get sushi. How long were you with the second date last?
Same thing, about an hour.
About an hour. Did you kiss on the second date?
No, that's when I got sized up.
Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. See, it's a combination of things, right? And this is why understanding game is important. The reason why, and when you say you got sized up, what did she ask you?
Specifically at that time, this was specifically I was working at Rite Aid. So she asked me, like, so what are you doing? Where are you working at? At that time I also had a hoopty. She was like, what kind of car are you driving? I told her, I was honest, and that was it.
Right. So she just so while y'all was eating sushi, she asked you these questions.
Right.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you why all that happened. Right?
Okay.
Now, on the surface level, the reason why that happened, right? I'm gonna tell you the surface level, and I'm gonna tell you the deeper level why that happened. Surface level why that happened is because when you were on these dates, right, you were acting like the type of guy who women would see as boyfriend material, right? So what happens is when you first date women, when you first interacting with them, they're going to look at you and say, is this guy boyfriend material or is this guy just like fuckboy material? Like, are we just going to get it in and hook up a few times or whatever, right? And so what happens is you were acting like the type of guy who was leaning more to the boyfriend material guy, which is because you didn't kiss her, you wasn't really going in, you wasn't really making it sexual. You understand what I'm saying? Because you didn't kiss her on the second date or the first date, right?
Right.
And did you see her after that? That was the last time you saw her?
No, it was the last time I saw her, right.
Right. And so what happened is because you weren't making it sexual and because you weren't making it that type of energy, she saw you as boyfriend material, meaning that, oh, this is the type of guy I can take it slow with and he'll probably end up wifing me up and so that I can be with him as his girlfriend. Now, that's why she asked you, what do you do? Because she's thinking if I'm going to have a boyfriend, I want him to have some sort of resources or something that I can, latch onto. You see what I'm saying? See, what you have to understand is this. What women want generally, like their perfect type of guy, is a guy who is boyfriend material and who they're sexually attracted to. You understand? So he's a combination of boyfriend and fuckboy in one. That's what they really want. Meaning the guy they're super sexually attracted to and the guy that's going to provide, protect, all that other bullshit, right? Now, what you displayed on the date was just the guy who was boyfriend energy, provide, protect type of dude. So when she's asking you, what do you do and what kind of car you drive? She's like, what level are you at to provide and protect for me? You understand what I'm saying? And then when you told her, oh yeah, I'm just working at Rite Aid and I'm doing this and doing that, right? She's like, okay, well, he don't have enough for me to even put him in that category. So you were never in the sexually attractive alpha male dominant category because you were not making any moves to show her that. So you defaulted to the boyfriend category. And now that you defaulted to the boyfriend category, right? What it was that she said that, okay, you don't have enough to make this happen. So when you're saying you got to be at a certain level, right? What happens is that certain level you're talking about, that equates to when a woman is looking at you or interacting with you in the way where she just sees you as the type of guy she wants to settle with. You understand? So what happens is this, I talked about this before. There was a guy who did a speech, I keep forgetting his name, and he asked the audience, he said, hey, do dogs like bones? The audience said yes. He said no. He said dogs like steak, they settle for bones. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is women, they settle for the guy who has the resources to be their boyfriend or husband. So she was looking at you like that because you didn't exude the other stuff, which was the sexually attractive alpha male type of guy she just wanted to fuck. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I tell guys, when you first are on dates or when you're first talking to these girls or whatever, you have to make it sexual first so that she will see you as that guy first so you can get sex. And then after that, if you want to make her your girlfriend and everything, you can do all that stuff later. Because trust and believe, if you would have flirted with this girl and you would have kissed her and y'all would have fucked, she wouldn't give a fuck if you was working at Rite Aid. She would have made it work. She'd be like, well, if she would have liked you in that manner and she would have saw you, as that guy, right? She would have still been fucking with you to a certain extent. Well,
Locario, when I say that I didn't kiss her, I didn't kiss her. I mean, I was definitely flirting. But, I just didn't take it that far.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Because you didn't take it that far, she put you in that category. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I tell guys, you got to take it that far. You have to. That's why you got to take it that far, so that she doesn't put you in that category of boyfriend material guy or even friend zone. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to. That's what I do. Right. So that's the surface level as to why she did that. Now there are times where a chick you might flirt with her and kiss her and do all this other stuff, and she may not necessarily see you as boyfriend material because she's like, damn, this guy just wants to fuck. But it's better that she sees you as that than just sees you as boyfriend material, because she's going to, take it slow. And that's why she's going to size you up. Right now, the deeper reason why she sized you up was because there's something within you that when you interact with these women, you feel like, right? Or you assume, or you think that is what women need from you. So you're already coming at the interaction that way, which is partly why you weren't being sexual, why you weren't flirting, why you were giving off that energy of that boyfriend material guy in the first place. So what happens is that you're getting that type of treatment from this woman, and you'll probably get that type of treatment from other women because you're coming at the situation that way. You understand? Like, for example, let's say a guy goes on a first date, right? First date, he meets a girl off Tinder or some shit, and they go on a first date and he says, hey, let me take you out to dinner, right? And she says, okay, cool. And then he shows up to the date with flowers, right? So he's taking her out to dinner and he shows up with flowers, right? And then he calls me and says, Mr. Locario, like, I was on this date and this girl, she asked me what I do for a living. And, you know, she wanted to know like what my credit score was and all this other shit. And I asked him, I said, so what'd you do? What'd you do on the date? Oh, well, I took her out to dinner to Ruth Chris and I bought her some flowers. Nigga, of course she asking you all of that because you're showing and presenting yourself as boyfriend material. You're doing all that romantic shit. You know, you're taking it slow. You see what I'm saying? That's what you were doing. You were taking it slow. So of course she's going to respond and react that way. This is what I try to tell you guys. You're going to get women who's going to respond and react to you that way because of that. So it's not that women want a guy on a certain level. It's that you are displaying yourself as this particular guy and she's following suit. You understand? Because that same girl that you went out with, she went out with another nigga who fucked her like the same night. You understand what I'm saying? Fucked her within two days of me and her, whatever it was, because he came at her different. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where you, even if you looking at a girl as you say, damn, she would be wifey, you still got to come at it on some sex shit from the beginning. Still, because you have to see if this girl's sexually attracted to you. Because guess what? That same girl you went on those 2 dates with, she could have went on a fucking third date with you, right? Or a fourth date, and then you could have probably hit it the third or the fourth date, and she would have got with you, but you still wouldn't have known if this girl was sexually attracted to you. And then what would have happened is you'd have probably wifed this girl up, right? She would have became your girlfriend and at some point your wife, and you would have been one of these niggas in a relationship where you're only getting sex once every week or two. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how that happens, where guys, they do not start with sexual interactions first. They get with a woman who strings them along because she knows that you're that type of guy who's going to take it slow and be boyfriend material. She'll go on 3 or 4 or 5 dates with you. She'll finally let you get some pussy, right? And then she'll give you enough pussy to get you hooked so that you can make her your girlfriend or wife or whatever it is. And then once she got you locked into, you know, let's say a marriage or some shit, then she's like, cool, I ain't got to fuck this motherfucker no more because I ain't really like fucking him in the first place. I just was doing all that shit to get to secure the bag. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. So it's not that women like guys at a certain level. Women want those guys at that quote unquote certain level because those are the type of guys that they're going to use as boyfriend and husband material. You understand? That's what I'm trying to explain to you, brother.
So I make sure I'm hearing you correctly. It's like, it's basically how you divide that you give off with the woman.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's like this. Look, it's like this. Like, you have to understand that women are reacting to us. They're responding to us. So we take action, they respond. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever we do, they're going to like women essentially are following us all the time, but y'all don't realize it. Y'all think a woman following you is you just giving her an instruction and she follow. No, women are following you every time. So whenever a guy gets in the friend zone, he led that girl to putting him in that friend zone by acting friendly. You understand? So she's like, oh, this guy, you know, he's just a cool guy. He's, you know, very platonic. You know, I'm not really turned on by him because he's just talking about the weather and, you know, whatever. And then she just becomes friends with this guy, right? If you interact with a girl and you're whining and dining her, you understand what I'm saying? Taking her to fancy restaurants, you take her on 3 or 4 dates, you haven't even kissed her yet, right? You're leading her into a relationship. She's like, oh, this guy's relationship material. He's not like the fuck boy I fucked last night before I came and saw him. The guy I met last night at the bar who just started flirting with me and started, talking to me all that sexy shit in my ear, and I got wet and he fucked me in the back of his car. He's not like that guy. He's different. He's taking me out. He's taking it slow. He's a good guy. This is like a guy that I could take home to mom. You understand what I'm saying? So you're leading her into a relationship. If you approach a girl and you're talking to her, you're flirting with her, you're spitting that shit back and forth in her ear and shit, she's getting all wet, you're leading her into the bedroom. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that I tell guys to do that sexual shit first, because what happens is she's going to respond to you a certain way. So she's either going to respond to you in a way where she wants to make it happen, or she's going to respond to you in a way where she doesn't want it to happen. And usually if she doesn't want it to happen, doesn't mean she's not interested in you. It just means that she's not that sexually attracted to you, which means that she's leaning more to seeing you as a guy that's more boyfriend material. But you'll know that, you understand what I'm saying, by leading with the sex first. Because the worst part is you don't want to ever get into a relationship with a woman who has no sexual attraction for you, or little to no sexual attraction for you, because that can happen also. But that happens when you don't lead with sex. I always tell guys, lead with sex. See, tricks like to lead with the wallet. I tell motherfuckers, lead with sex, so you can see if the woman is sexually attracted to you, because once she's sexually attracted to you, then everything else will fall into place smoothly. You understand? And so what I'm saying is you don't want to lead with a woman on some boyfriendy, girlfriendy shit, taking it slow, because you will never know if this woman is actually sexually attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? Her having sex with you does not mean she's sexually attracted to you. Her having sex with you sometimes is her feeling like, this is what I have to do to secure the bag. So she wanted to know what your bag was looking like. That's why you didn't go on a third date, because your bag wasn't big enough for her to secure. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that you had to be at a certain caliber. What it is that she saw you as that type of guy who was boyfriend material, and that's what they expect from those guys. You understand? Because see, even when dudes is talking about like the high value man stuff and making the six figures and all that other shit, that whole idea is just women trying to secure the bag. They're trying to secure a guy who's going to take care of them. That's what they want. It's not about them actually being sexually attracted to these guys. You feel what I'm saying? That's not what it is.
Okay, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Last thing I'm gonna say, I know you got other calls.
Well, no, go ahead. You got.
I appreciate that. Last thing I'm gonna say, like I said, I watched your program, how to learn how to approach women in 30 days.
Right.
Because I'm 22, so like I said, I'm trying to learn my game. Because I agree with you. Like I said, I don't want to just be the guy getting used for money and everything.
Right.
So I agree with what you're saying. I love your show, and I appreciate everything you do. So thank you.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, you young though, so you good. You'll learn soon. But I just wanted to let you know that, like, it's not a thing where women are they want a guy at a certain level. You understand what I'm saying? The thing is that they'll want a guy at a certain level if they're looking for that guy to be their boyfriend or husband, because they need you to have a certain amount of resources to take care of them, or if they're gonna like have babies with you and all that other shit. What I'm saying is, you young, bro, have fun out there. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the thing. Even if you're not necessarily trying to smash a chicken, really quick, and you want to like feel her out, you can still do that, but you still need to have, like, you still got to at least like flirt with her, at least kiss her a little. You got to do something to see and have her respond to you sexually. That's all I'm saying. There needs to be something with her responding to you sexually. Like, stop going on these dates where you're not flirting or kissing or doing anything. Like, you gotta stop doing that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're gonna waste a lot of time. You see what I mean?
I got you.
All right, man. I'm a holla. All right, peace. All right, so let me go to 817, 861, and then 714, and then we're gonna head up out of here. Let's go to 817. 817, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, I was on your show yesterday, and I bought your course, and that honestly, I think men should work on their inner game and their confidence, because that helped me out a lot. Just want to say thank you for that.
That's what's up. Appreciate it.
And yeah, and then I'm just going to move on from there. But I just wanted to say thank you, and that's it, man. That's it.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, man. Just work on your stuff, man, and just keep doing your thing, and shit'll pop off here. I'm telling you, just got to put in that work, and you'll be good, man. I appreciate the call, brother. All right.
Man, have a good day.
All right, peace. All right, so 704. 704 was popping. Who this?
Yeah. Yo, Locario, what's up with you?
What's up, my brother? Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated. You can check this page up. I was in the chat earlier.
Appreciate it. What's going on?
All right, now, I usually agree with most of the stuff you say, but I got a slight disagreement. Well, I got a slight question. Now, you said you don't need money to get women, right? So I was the one that said, so if you were broke, then you still would try to get women.
Right.
And you said, if you don't need money to get women, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, if I'm looking at it from me, if I was a young guy and I'm broke, the last thing on my mind is trying to get women. Like if I'm broke, I'm trying to get myself together, like my life in order. Say like if I'm living with my parents or something, and I'm in college or I'm doing something like that, I'm not really thinking about women as much as I'm thinking about getting myself together. And that's where I'm getting kind of lost at.
But can't you get yourself together and deal with women?
Yeah, but like it's gonna interfere with getting yourself together. Like
how?
If you said, because that's gonna take time away from you getting yourself together.
How much time does it take to smash a chick?
It only take a couple minutes to smash a chick. But
Okay,
I'm saying that's gonna interfere with like.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So these same guys who say, because I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying is this: the same guys who say, well, I'm trying to get my money up and I'm broke, so the last thing I'm thinking about is women. Don't these same guys also watch Netflix or play video games, or you know what I'm saying, like do a bunch of other shit that's not pertaining to them getting their money?
In some cases, yeah.
Right. So.
But like watching Netflix and playing video games, that's different from like actually. You can control that. You can't control women. You got to go. You got to do a lot more extra.
But see that hold on. See that right there. That exactly right there is exactly what I'm talking about. You see how you said, well, you got to do all this extra stuff. See, that's the mindset. A lot of y'all guys be thinking y'all got to do a bunch of extra shit. That's why y'all think that y'all can't get girls if you're broke. You see what I'm saying? And you think, well, let me get my money up because, well, I want to get the money up, but also you think getting the money up is going to make it less time to get women, meaning like it's going to make it easier to get women once you got the money up. You see what I'm saying? Because
it kind of does.
How?
A lot of cases it do.
Tell me how.
Okay, say like if you're a young guy, you're in college, you live with your parents. It'll be way easier if you had your own apartment to get, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want, whenever you want it. Instead of trying to move around and do a whole bunch of extra stuff to have a girlfriend or a woman.
So you can't
cases like that.
So you can't go to her place?
What if she don't got a place?
Then find a chick that got a place. You see what I'm saying? Or go to a hotel. You can't do that?
That's the time consuming part right there. Like now I got
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's time consuming because if you don't understand game, it's going to be time consuming. Just like the caller just now. He said, I went on 2 dates with the girl, right? We went and spoke for 45 minutes and walked around. Then I took her out to sushi and he still ain't seeing this woman. Nothing happened. That's why it's time consuming because dudes are playing the game, but they don't really know how to play the game. You see what I'm saying? And that
he could have been using. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you gonna say?
He could have been using that same time to get himself in a better position in life to where he wouldn't have to spend that much time doing that.
Right. And he could have used that time to fuck the chick. That's what I'm saying. And still do the things he needed to do. So what I'm saying is the same way where if you watching 4 episodes of a show on Netflix, that takes you 2-3 hours, right? Those 2-3 hours, you could have been fucking a girl. So why is it that a dude like that could take 3 hours to watch Netflix, but can't take those same 3 hours to fuck a chick?
Because you might be watching something educational on Netflix that can help you out in life later on. Trying to get a chick ain't gonna really, help you too much. But I see what you're saying, though.
You understand what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Where I'm saying is that you can get your money up, which I agree. You should get your money up for you, because if you broke and you out here, you a grown man, you should definitely be focused on getting your money. What I'm saying is that you can do 2 things at once. This is what I'm saying. You see what I mean? So even if you was broke, right, and you living at home with your parents, right, and you're like, shit, let me go get a job. So the dude goes and get a job, right? He gets hired at a company or something like that. His schedule is he's working 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, right? So he's getting his money up, correct? So he has from 6 to about 10 o'clock Monday through Friday, and he has the weekends. So you trying to tell me all that time he can't fuck with a woman?
He can, but that shit gonna get in the way.
How? How is it getting in the way?
He can use that time. He can use that time to get a second job and get more money.
But this is what I'm saying. No, but this is what I'm saying. Why? But this is what I'm saying. He's getting his money up already. He has enough money to move out of his parents' house. He got his own apartment now. His bills are paid, right? So he has all of this time. So let's say he get a second job. Let's say he get another part-time job on Saturday, and he's working 6 to 10 on the other part-time job. Now he has Sunday open. He has no job Sunday. He has nothing to do on Sunday. Why can't he fuck girls on Sunday?
He could do that then, because then he got a little bit of money because he's working.
But what does the money have to do with it, though? What does the money have to do with it? What I'm saying is he has time on Sunday. Can't he fuck the girls on Sunday?
Yeah, because he's not broke no more.
What does being broke have to do?
He's not broke. He's not completely broke.
Okay. So now he's not broke. What does he do now to get the girl? Tell me. What's his strategy to get the girl? He's not broke. He's working Monday through Saturday, and Sunday comes around. How's he getting these girls? What is he doing?
He can do anything you want to do at this point. He can get a car. He can get on tenor. He got his own spot. Like, I'm talking about like that.
No, I'm saying, no, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
you got easier access to everything once you get yourself together. When you can position yourself.
What I'm saying, okay, that's
if you just broke living in your grandma's basement playing Xbox, you that's crazy.
What I'm saying is, walk me through how he gets a girl to his house. Like, what does he do now? He's working Monday through Saturday. He got Sundays open, right? Tell me, what is his strategy to meet a girl and get the girl to his spot? What does he do?
Man, he can do anything. He can meet one at the job. He can meet one on Tinder. He can go on Bad Boy membership.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. No, I want you to walk me through. Give me a scenario. He on his lunch break, he meets a girl at Starbucks. He gets her number. Like, what? Give me the scenario.
You just said it.
Okay, so now
on lunch break at Starbucks.
Okay, so he goes to Starbucks on his lunch break. He meets a girl. He gives the girl his number. They exchange numbers, right? The girl hits him up the next day, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now, he says to her, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. They talk, and he says, yo, listen, I'm really busy, but I'm free Sunday. Come through to the spot. She says, cool, right? And then she comes to the spot, and then he fucks, right? So we agree on that story. He met the girl at Starbucks, exchanged numbers. They hit each other up, right? And then she comes to his crib, and then they fuck. Right? Now.
Good deal.
Now, what did him having money have to do with that?
Not the money, but just him having himself in position.
What position?
And sometimes the money.
What? No. What position?
Sometimes the money can put you in position.
What position?
Like
Notice. You're not understanding.
In order to have your own place, you got to have money.
You don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, okay, let's take it from not even his place. Let's say it's his friend's place. Let's say it's a hotel. Let's say it's her place. What I'm saying is he was able to get that girl's information. They were able to exchange information, talk on the phone, and set up a time to meet. She met him at a place and they fucked. What I'm saying is, what did him having money have to do with that? Meaning that he could have done the same thing that he did in this scenario, whether he had money or not. That's what I'm trying to say. So him having money is irrelevant to the situation of him fucking that girl who wanted to fuck him.
Yeah, that's true.
So then what is this?
True.
So that's what I'm saying.
I'm just looking at it from being broke. Like, I don't think I want to be broke and be, going after women. But I respectfully disagree. But we good. I see I got you.
All right, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get you to understand, because I swear, it's like y'all swear. I just gave you a scenario where whether he had his money or not, it wouldn't have mattered. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you.
That's all I'm saying, brother. Oh man.
Nah, but I'm gonna hit you back, Lucario, man. I'm in and out. You know, I'm donate and all that. I'm still tuned in.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate the call, my brother. Mala. All right, peace, peace. Later. All right. So last call, 861, and then we gonna head up out of here. 861, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? This is Bill. I called you before. How you doing? And I donated. Don't worry.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Man, you were dropping some truth tonight, man. I've always liked your show, but today, yeah, this was really deep. Okay, I'll be quick because I know you gotta get off. My question is actually similar to the one, not this call, but the one before him. My problem is this. I've been learning, the game. I'm an older guy. That's like in my 40s. And here's what's happening. I'll be going out with some girls and we'll be, dating, whatever, going out. And later on, at the end of it, I find out that they were only like, they really didn't like me for anything else except for like what they thought I could give them.
Right.
And I thought that they'd like me, but just, I don't want to go into the details, but just through certain circumstances, I find out that, they really weren't with me because they liked me. And it's kind of like wearing on my self-esteem. I'll give you just one quick example. I was going out with this girl for about, 6 months. And I told her, I'm not in the United States. I live in the Asian country. And I told her, I want to stay here. I don't want to go back. And then all of a sudden she doesn't talk to you no more. She ignores your phone calls. And I kind of traced it back to when we had that conversation. So how do you know, like I think some women, you were saying that women will go for a guy that they don't really like just because they want to get the bag. And that's what I feel like. I don't feel like I'm a trick because I don't sell myself on my money, but for some reason I'm tracking like these. I call them back end hoes. Hoes want money in the front end. They want money in the back end. Right. So I call them back end hoes. So I've been running a lot of back end hoes lately, and I don't know. Is it me? Am I tricking subconsciously? Maybe I'm thinking. Maybe I don't.
So you said you from where you at now? Like you said you in Japan or some shit?
Well, yeah. Actually, I'm in China now.
Okay, you're in China.
And, but I've been here for a while and I go to other Asian. I do business. I go to other Asian countries.
Okay.
So
all right.
This has been happening for a while.
Right, and you're saying that when you say that you're gonna leave, they don't want to fuck with you no more. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that was one example. But there's another example, I tell them I don't spend my money. I'm like they may want me. For example, one girl, she wanted to come. I was gonna. She was from Japan, and I was talking to her, and she wanted me to buy her some stuff, like this nice dress and all this stuff. And I said, no, I don't spend my money on that until we get to know each other a little better.
Right.
Same thing happened again. She didn't talk to you. But for the first 2 months we were having sex, everything was cool. But then it's like they kind of disassociate themselves from you. So
right.
I don't know what it is. I've been.
Well, the thing is that you probably and where are you from originally?
I'm from the United States.
United States, right? Georgia. You a white guy, black guy? What are you?
Oh, brother, black guy.
Okay, all right. So what it is?
I don't sound black, man.
Right. So what it is that they probably. Well, the thing is, they see you as a foreigner. You know what I'm saying? And so they assume, okay, he's from America. He's not from here. Then he got some paper. So they're probably going to already approach you in that manner in certain situations. You see what I'm saying? And then you might have the women who they'll give you some sex and interact with you in that manner, hoping that they can get more out of you. You see what I'm saying? And then when they realize they can't, then they just keep it pushing. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is with that, with those situations, is just you got to stand firm on, hey, I'm not really trying to do that. So they realize that's not happening. And then, push through. But all of the women aren't going to necessarily be that way. You just got to find the ones who actually are feeling you. And that's the thing with everything else. Like I tell guys this is that, you know, you're going to run into women who at first they're going to, because they're probably used to getting guys who are going to trick, or let's say they do find foreigners and then the foreigners generally do trick. So they're like, oh, here's another one I can get the trick. So you got to just let them know you're not that guy. And then by letting them know you're not that guy, some of them will fall off. It just is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because since they can't get something out of you, it's gonna fall off because they didn't really have any real genuine attraction for you in that manner like that anyway. Like you being the foreigner with the money was the main attraction. You see what I'm saying? At first. And so therefore, if they can't get that out of you, then they just keep it pushing. But you just got to find the type of women who actually want to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? Like on some real shit.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? So
well,
that's
the thing is, you know, I see what you're saying. This one last thing, like, you know, like in the States, I think a lot of the women are more like direct. Like, if you ain't got no money, you ain't getting this blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Pay me the money or shut up.
Right.
But like they come out of like more in a roundabout way. So, you know, I didn't realize some people, you know, they could be with you for like 3-4 months and you finally realize, that's what they're after.
Right.
So you said like you said to try to find the ones that like you. How do you? Do you have any tips like how you could discern that?
Yeah, well,
I'm really starting to get frustrated.
Yeah,
sometimes.
well, the thing is is that, you know, it's a numbers game, but also too, it's just you from the beginning just making it a interaction that is flirtatious and sexual from the jump, so that's what she has to respond to. Besides anything else, you see what I'm saying? So it's always got to be that has to be at the forefront. You understand? So a lot of times what guys do is that they'll spend a lot of time, you know, doing non-sexual stuff. You understand what I'm saying at first, and then move into the sexual stuff. Whereas when you're because, like, for example, you know, to talk about it in a practical sense, like let's say, for example, you go out with a chick or you meet a girl or whatever. Let's say you meeting up with her to get a drink or something or to hang out or whatever. As soon as you meet her, you understand, you give her a big ass hug. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? How you doing? You hug her, whatever. And then while you're walking with her, you got your arm around her or you're holding her hand or something, like to where you're making it to where we're ready from the jump, being close and getting a little touchy feely already from the jump. You see what I'm saying? And then so that's the type of energy. You see what I mean? So it should be like that from the jump, from the beginning, where, you know, like, for example, if I'm on a date with a chick, right? And let's say I tell her to come to a bar. Soon as she comes in, big ass hug, you feel what I'm saying? And then we sit down and I'm across from her, like, oh, not across from her, but at the side of her in the bar or whatever. And we might be talking for maybe like, I don't know, a minute, 2-3 minutes tops. And then I'm already like holding her hand as I'm talking to her. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm already making it to where we're touching and getting close so that I can see her response to me doing that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You got to keep that flirtatious sexual tension vibe from the beginning early and then make that consistent throughout the interaction. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you, brother. All right. I don't want to keep you on, man. That's some good advice, and you keep doing your thing, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate it, man. I'm a holla. Peace. All right. So that's pretty much it, people. I'm about to head up out of here. Remember, guys, make sure you go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. You can also get the Game Kings documentary for free if you join the Bad Boy membership, or if you want the Game Kings documentary by itself. You feel what I'm saying? Just go to mr.locario.com. And appreciate everybody tuning in the chat. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to everybody who was in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys, man. And remember, like I do this type of shit because I want guys to really, you know, get shit popping for them and stop wasting a bunch of time and energy and doing shit that's fucking, you know, fucking with your self-esteem and all of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys got some good out of today's show, and I will see you guys later. Me and Miles is going to do the Bad Boy show later today. So make sure you guys go to patreon.com/mr.locario to check out all of the Bad Boy shows. And I will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Later.